Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna get started because I don't want to wait too long because that's always kind of awkward when they're like, I'm just gonna wait till a bunch of people get on. We're not gonna do that because I'm gonna save this and I will post it for 24 hours and then I'll try to post it to my YouTube as well so that people can reference back. So thank you for everybody that commented yesterday. I really appreciate it. I was so excited to have so many comments of such awesome feedback. Like, I was so excited. So thank you to everybody. So I'm gonna do my straight hair tutorial today. Even though I already blow dried it, I washed it yesterday, so I won't wash it today, but I'm gonna kind of go over what I would, the products that I put in it when it was wet. Hello. So if you have questions, feel free to pop them up because I love doing these live because I feel like I forget to say so many things. So when people are asking me questions, it's so great to remind me that a lot of people don't know how to do that. So when I blow dried it, I use a lot of the same products that I use in my curly hair tutorial. What kind of cut do you have? So this is a common question that let's see. I asked my stylist for a major cut and she wouldn't do it. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Okay, so my cut is basically a one length cut, okay? So it's one length, I don't have a lot of layers in it, and it's slightly longer in the front than in the back. But when I say that, it's literally just these sections in front of my ears that I do a little bit longer in the front. Like, not like a gradual A-line where it's like starts back here and comes like this. It's pretty much straight across until you hit those side pieces. Those ones are a little bit longer. So then through the top, there's just texture. Can be done with slide cutting. It can be done with thinning shears. It can be done with like any kind of technique. Razor cutting if you like razor cutting. But yeah, it's really a pretty simple cut. Let's see, what would you suggest for blonde breakage damage? I really went super blonde and it really needs some repairing. Yes, that can happen. So there's a couple things that I would recommend for you. So first of all, you need to be using a good protein and moisture-based shampoo and conditioner. Again, most everything that I use is Aveda products. I love Aveda, and that's what I use, and that's in the salon that I work at. So that's what I'm trained in. So everything that I give you guys more than likely is going to be Aveda just because it's what I use, it's what I love, and it's what I'm trained in. So a good shampoo and conditioner would be, I think my daughter stole my conditioner. So the Damage Remedy for dry, brittle hair, the Damage Remedy shampoo and conditioner is great. And all these products are awesome because they will not weigh your hair down. Everything is like super lightweight. Nothing will weigh it down, which let me tell you, every time I've tried a different brand of shampoo and conditioner, I remember after like 2 or 3 washes why I don't use anything but Aveda, and it's because everything else will weigh your hair down. So Damage Remedy shampoo and conditioner. Second thing you should be doing is you should definitely be incorporating deep conditioning treatments. So hello, Vanessa and Veronica. So you should be incorporating at least once or twice a week, depending on how many times you wash your hair in a week. If you wash more, then incorporate more. If you wash less, then incorporate less. So a deep conditioner, again, Aveda has a great one in the Damage Remedy line that's an intensive conditioner. So basically when you're using an intensive conditioner, those are not meant to be used daily. They have lots of protein in them and you can over proteinize the hair. So it's once a week, maybe twice a week if you wash your hair a lot. Also a good moisture one. So you should be, if you go blonde, it is a lot of maintenance. I mean, I think most people would probably die at how much money a blonde needs to spend on maintaining their blonde hair because it is a lot of work. So deep condition, leave that in for 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure you're doing it all the time. Always use a thermal protectant when you're styling your hair. There's definitely, and I can give you some other tips too. If you send me a DM, I can kind of give you some other good products to use to add on top of those. So, okay, back to styling. So when my hair was wet, I put in the volumizing tonic. This goes at the roots all over. This helps create grip to the hair so that when you are blow drying it in the opposite direction, Hello, Jinx from the UK. Great. So when you are blow drying in the opposite direction, it will help hold it that direction, okay? Which I'll establish all of that more when I do a blow drying video. Hopefully I'll get that done this week. Second product, thickening tonic. This goes all over everywhere. I spray this all over everything. This instantly increases the diameter of your hair and creates bulk. So this is gonna give you bulk all over, okay? Also, when it was wet, I put in the Brilliant Damage Control, again, because I'm blonde. Gotta protect those blondes. So that's what I put in when it was wet. So now I'm going to get started on dry. So I'm gonna be using a flat iron, obviously, because it's a straight look. Thanks, Jamie. I'm glad you're watching. That's awesome. Okay, so I've already I slept on this and this is, kind of yesterday. So, but what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take everything basically from the eyebrow down, and this is more based on the length of my hair because where it sits on the shoulders, no matter how hard you try, it is not gonna curl under, and it's always just gonna have that weird flip here. So you just kind of roll with it. So everything from the eyebrow under, I'm gonna take, except for this front piece. I'm gonna omit that for a second, but the rest of this, we're just gonna take and go down with a slight flip out. So you're just kind of taking that flat iron and giving it a slight flip out. So it's mostly straight, right? But at the very bottom, it has a slight flip at the right where it kind of rolls off my shoulder. And like I said, the reason I do that is because it's gonna happen anyways. So, and then in the front place, or in those front pieces right here, this side, mine is slightly asymmetrical, so I have a little bit more length on this side than I do on this side, and the reason for that is because I tuck it a lot, and if I part it on this, I just sometimes feel like an asymmetrical is more balancing with the face if you part on a side part, and I always tuck this one side a lot. So, okay, this front part right here, I'm gonna teach you guys a trick here that is very beneficial to getting that right shape. So I tell my clients a lot of the time, it's the difference between Lord Farquaad, you guys ever watch Shrek? Where he's got like line down there and then like a whoop little cup right here, okay? We don't want that. We don't want to look like Lord Farquaad. I mean, I guess if you're into that, it's cool, but we don't want, I'm not. So what we want is kind of more of like a heart shape effect where it's gonna go big here and kind of round out and then a slight curve at the bottom. So the way you get that, thanks Julie, the way you get that is with your flat iron, okay? So you're gonna take that section, you're gonna start right at the top, right here, and you're gonna basically kind of, see how there's a slight bend in my flat iron? So I'm not pulling it straight down like this, I'm literally kind of taking that hair and just creating a half circle in the direction that I want it to lay. Does that make sense? So around, slow, and then as you get towards the bottom, you're just gonna cut. So it creates a bend right here and not so much down here, okay? So now I'm also going to back comb. Oh, there's my comb. This is a key thing. So I do this when I do my hair curly, but I also do it when I do it straight. This makes your back combing, these are the tricks to the big hair, and this what makes it stay. So, yes, Shrek. Is that a GHD flat iron? No, this is an Infrashine, and it is old, and it is nasty, but it works, and I will use my tools till they die on me. So, it's an Infrashine. I like it a lot. It's been a good flat iron. So, I'm going to hold the hair up, not down here. Natural to want to do this. I'm not going to do that. We're going to hold it up here. We're going to back comb a couple of times right at the root really tight. Spray with the air control hairspray. Hey, I am so glad that you are watching my videos. Thank you. And I will say, I had long hair for quite a while, and I do not regret at all cutting it, but I was ready for it. It took me a good year, probably because I'm a hairstylist. I know that you can, and I've done it many times before where I've made some impulse decisions and cut my hair. So I always wait till I'm good and ready. Okay, so you can see that I back combed, sprayed with the Aveda Air Control Hairspray, right where I back combed, and then I'm actually gonna go in there with my flat iron right where I back comb, right at the root, and then heat that up. Can you see what it does to it? So it basically it hardens up a little bit, but this hairspray is magical because it hardens up, but then once you kind of run your fingers through it, it's soft again. This technique, by back combing and flat ironing your back combing in, will last days. Ask any one of my clients that I do it to. They always are like, I can get so many days out of my hair. What hairspray is this? This is the Aveda Air Control Hairspray. This is amazing hairspray. And one product I cannot go without when styling my hair is this one. It's really lightweight, so if you spray it at the root, it does not weigh it down. But then when you put heat on it, it kind of hardens up. So it's amazing. Will you post on YouTube? Yes, I will post on YouTube. So I'm gonna take the next section down and we're gonna do that exact same thing. So I always work in sections because you're always gonna get a better finish that way. But I'm gonna not do the front section. So I'm gonna leave all this portion out. I'm not gonna quite get to that yet. So again, taking that hair, lifting it up. So again, up here, not down here. Because when you do this, you're back combing underneath and you're getting more lift right here. You want to get that lift right at the root. Julene, get your butt in there. So lift it up, back comb a couple of times, real close, right at the root. Get your hairspray, and you can see right there, it is literally in that inch that I back comb, like just right in that inch. And then I spray it, air control hairspray. And I let it dry a little bit before I apply heat to it, because you know, if you hear it like crackle and sizzle, it's not great. It's not great for your hair. So I'm just working my way around the head, doing the exact same thing. Pulling the hair up, back combing a couple of times. Okay, so then once I've gone through and back combed, then I start back on this side with the flat iron. So now in this top section, because this is my the above the eyebrow section, these ones I'm actually gonna all kind of do with more of a curl under. So that's what's gonna give it this round shape, and then just at that very bottom it has that flip, okay? So getting that flat iron right at the root there, and then rounding it out. And I don't really, you can see I'm not really getting much to the ends. So I'm creating the shape through here, and then I kind of just leave the ends alone. And then those you can go through and then just kind of lightly give those, but it just gives it that nice shape. Okay, up at the top, roots, round it out. And then back here, because it's all kind of the same length, I'm just gonna take those and flat iron them more down, just like that. Get that back section, flat iron the root. And this doesn't work if you don't use the air control. I swear, it is like the best hairspray ever, but you have to use the air control. So I have a good cowlick right here. So this one I have to kind of work with. This is where I get like the split and it looks gross and like I didn't wash my hair for days. And anybody else have those back there? So I'm holding it up, flat iron at the roots as close to my head as I can without burning. See what it does? See how it like clumps it all together, and then you create that lift right from the root. So you're not grabbing the hair and just straightening it like this. We are working right from the root. Oh, thanks. Imperfectly perfect, Missy. You're so nice. I know it. You know what? I am jealous that it's 90 degrees in Arizona. I am freezing here. I am not ready for this weather, like at all. That's why it's maybe only 50 degrees or 60 degrees and I'm in a turtleneck. I don't like being cold. Okay, so I'm gonna take the back section Do the same thing, back comb, a couple times, spray, and again, while that's cooling, I'm just gonna take the next section here. Do I have highlights, balayage? It seems like you have more blonde in the front. Yes, you are totally right. So I pretty much, so I do like a base color of a level 8 at my roots. You can see that. So here, see how it's just like a darker color, and then like last time, 2 times ago when I got my hair colored, I did a few more blondes throughout the whole thing. So this time I just did the blonde, like the blonde in the front. I try to stay away from doing as minimal bleach as possible because my hair is super fine and it will break super easy. So I steer clear from that. So you can see I'm holding these up, flat ironing right at the root, and kind of when I'm flat ironing them, I'm not just pulling it straight up. I'm actually beveling the flat iron and kind of rounding it out like that. And just kind of focusing at the root because I'll get back with those ends in a minute. I leave the underneath alone. So this what she asked, Lisa asked if I back combed the entire head. I don't back comb the entire head. I only back comb basically from kind of like the eyebrows up is where I back comb. Okay, so now I'm gonna go towards the front. So this is where this front part is really important for getting that lift in the front. So I'm gonna take this section here and comb it all forward. I'm gonna take my flat iron right at the root and flat iron it. And kind of doing the exact same thing where I'm starting here and kind of rounding it out. So I'm not just pulling it straight down and flat ironing it straight. I'm creating like I'm drawing a circle basically with my flat iron, okay? What shampoo and conditioner do I use? I use the Damage Remedy, the Aveda Damage Remedy, and then like once or twice a week, I use the Pravana Purple Shampoo to help keep my blondes more white blondes. So then I take the next section and do the same thing. Start at the root and flat iron it down. You can see I don't really do much with my ends because I kind of work with those once I get them. Yes, I have a lot of amber. I do have more product in my hair, which you'll have to rewatch because I kind of went through them when I started the video. So once I get, then you can rewatch it, and I kind of touch on the products that I put in my hair wet. So next section. Yes, rat's nesty is totally a word. So the key to not seeing that rat's nest is how I back combed in that inch section. So most people when they back comb, they do one of these numbers, right? And yeah, that works, but who really wears their hair like this, right? So we don't want to do that. What we want to do, and then because it just falls out. It's not tight, so it just falls right out. So what you do is when you hold that hair up to back comb, let's see if I can get close so you can see. I literally go in right to the root and I create like a 1/2 inch tight back combing just right there. That's it, okay? So that is how you don't see the rat's nesty. Because that is a word. So that's what I suggest for that. Okay, so I flat ironed this all forward. So now that it's nice and cool, then I will take it and part it. So wherever you want to part it. If you go in the middle, let's see here. But you can see that lift that it creates in the front, and then from rounding my flat iron out like this, it also creates a really nice like round shape here. So when you flip it over to the side, you're round through here and you're really kind of flat and smooth on the ends. Yes, push that hair when you're back combing, push that hair all the way to the root. You're gonna start about 4 inches up and you're gonna push that hair all the way to the root instead of like just doing this. You're gonna right at the root, right at the root. Get it nice and tight right there, okay? So then like this section looks a little flat to me, so I'm gonna hold it up. I'll show you. Right to the root, right to the root, right to the root. Spray, let it cool for a sec. My dog's on the floor snoring. He's literally laying on my feet. Okay, so if you can hear that weird noise, that's what it is. Okay, so here, start up at the top, very important. And I talk about this a lot when I'm curling the hair because it's the same thing. Yes, Ashley, you're welcome. Most people are failing at straightening their hair because nobody teaches them. And no, I do not round brush my hair, I flat brush it because I'm lazy and I don't have the arm strength to round brush my own hair. So up here, you're taking this. Again, it's natural to kind of want to do one of these numbers, pull the hair down and do this. Don't do that. Hold that hair up, start your flat iron right at the root and round it out to create that shape. So see how it hardens right there? And then I just kind of run my fingers through it, but that's what keeps your back combing in. And it kind of creates like a piecey separated texture up there at the root too. So, oh, thanks Lisa, you're so nice. When I back comb, it's a nightmare to get out. Yeah, this back combing is not for the faint of heart. People ask me that a lot because you back comb, you hairspray it, and you flat iron it in. So, honest and truly, don't judge me. I don't brush my hair. So like at night, I might brush the ends, but I do not brush the roots. And the reason for that is the next day when I get up, like today, there's a lot less work to do. Like I'm obviously going through it a little bit more in detail so that I can show you what I'm doing. But yeah, most of the time I don't brush my roots because it stays. I like to create less work for myself because I'm lazy. So yeah, don't brush it. And when you back comb a lot like that and you brush your hair, that's when you're gonna get breakage. So try not to brush it if you can. So now I'm just gonna kind of go through and maybe touch up some pieces. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good about that. How often do I wash my hair? I probably go, that depends on if I work out or not, because I cannot salvage hair unless I pull it up when I work out. So I wash mine probably every 2 days, sometimes 3 at the most. Do I ever wear my hair without back combing? Sometimes. It's one of those things that like, yes, my husband sees it a lot without it back combed, but when I go to work, I always back comb it. I feel like, it's not me if my hair's not big. I feel like I totally didn't even get ready and I'm out of my element. But by all means, if you don't like to back comb your hair, don't do it. Like, it's such a personal preference. I'm just showing you how I do mine and how I get that volume. But you can see through here. Oh, one product that I did forget to tell you that I put in, did I set that out? Was the Pure Abundance Potion, which I've showed you in my curly haired videos. So this is a potion that creates grip to the hair and adds volume instantly. And it's a powder, and when you put it in, it melts to a liquid. This, if your hair is really soft and really healthy, this will be your saving grace because it creates a texture to the hair so that when you do back comb, that back comb doesn't just slip right out. There's grip to it. Just stay the same, just without the back combing. Yep, Amy, I think that's totally right. Let's see. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. Do you think that not washing your hair actually clogs your follicles, makes your hair thinner, or is it better to not wash? I've heard both. You know what, Lisa? It really is a personal preference. I feel like, because I can't say what works for one, I have a client that literally can go 7-8 days without washing her hair. She comes in after a week and her hair still looks amazing. Like, doesn't look greasy, doesn't smell greasy. Like, everybody kind of produces a different amount of oil in their hair. So what works for one is not always gonna work for another. So it's always your personal preference. Like I said, I go 2 to 3 days, 3 at the most, and that's because my hair's thin and I don't like to, and it's fine and it gets oily fast, and I feel like it doesn't last as long. Let's see. the Big Sexy Hair brand, and I feel like I just made, oh, I missed that one. Feel gross. Yeah, it can kind of create a texture to your hair for sure. I mean, it's not, when you use bulking hair products like this, they are not gonna make your hair feel smooth and soft and shiny. They are gonna make it feel kind of dry and kind of textured. But if you're looking for big hair, that's the ways to do it. If you're backcombing your hair and you're like, this is just not working, it's because you don't have enough like bulking products. If you're putting smoothing products on your hair, which don't get me wrong, sometimes I do, like I love this smoothing fluid, it's an oil, but if you're using something more like this, I recommend it just for the ends, unless you like, you know, but smoothing products like this are gonna more weigh the hair down, they're not bulking the hair up. So it's like, it's really, again, personal preference. I don't want to say like just because I do this, everybody should do this. No way. Like everybody wants different things out of their hair and wants a different look. But these are the products that I use, and I will tell you, my hair without them is flat, it's fine, it has no volume, there is nothing to it. So I have to use all these bulking products to get that volume out of it. So, hope that kind of answers your question. Let's see, can I see the back of your hair? Yep, let me just make sure and comb my fingers out so that it's not like a big rat's nest back there. I think we're feeling pretty good. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna turn around. Okay. Good? I hope you got that. Is it Everly? Yes. Let's see. Okay, love this. What thermal protectant do you use? I use the Aveda Damage Control. What's the brand of the air control? It's Aveda. So all these products are Aveda. You can purchase them at your local Aveda salon if you have one by you. If you don't, you can purchase them online at aveda.com. Okay? Move to Texas. Texas loves big hair too. See? Let's see. Do you have any layers? No, I don't have any layers. It's slightly longer in the front and just texture. So, can I get the mascara products in the UK? I don't. And all my mascara friends, do you guys know if we're shipping to the UK? Because I don't think we are yet. I know they're working really hard on Canada right now, but I am not positive if we ship to the UK. We'll see, Osborne, if somebody can answer that one for us. Oh, he sounds mean, but he's not. Let's see, can you list all the products you use on Instagram and hair tools? Yes, I can do that. No, we aren't shipping to the UK. Perfect, I know, hopefully someday, because it's an amazing product. So, okay, I think, yes, I can pull my hair up. I can pull it up here, like more in kind of a very small messy bun, and I can pull it low back here. So I can do braids. What level is my hair naturally? It's a level 6. Thank you. Let's see. M. Cleo, thank you. What kind of eye makeup remover do you recommend? You know what? I just use my regular face cleanser. Micellar, I don't know how you say it, but that stuff works really good. But I use my milk cleanser. It's really soft. This is a mascara product that's not released yet, so I'm sorry that I'm showing you this because you can't even get it. But this is, I can rub it all over my eyes and it doesn't even stink. So I just use this and it breaks down the eye makeup amazingly. What color of hair do I have? So basically I do a root retouch everywhere and cover my natural level with a level 8. I add some ash and a little bit of neutral in there to keep it from going too goldeny, and then I just have blonde highlights. That's it. So it's really pretty simple, and I mostly keep my blonde highlights right through the front. Yes, mascara is at full coverage on your face. It is definitely can be as full or as light coverage as you would like. If you like heavier coverage, you just build it a little bit heavier. If you like lighter coverage, you don't use as much. So, and today I have on, I was really happy, you can't really see my colors very well, but Today I have on my lid here, I have Sabrina, and then I did Bright Eyes right here, Zion, and Coco. So I did this yesterday too, and in fact I'm going to try to do a tutorial on that one because I really, really like it. It's kind of a really good everyday look. So let's see. Oh no, where'd my comments go? I can't find them. Well, I guess that means I'm going to have to end my session. So, thanks for watching. I hope I answered some of your questions. Hopefully you can now see how I do a straight hair, and I hope you guys are able to duplicate it at home. If you have any questions, send me a DM. I will post in my story all of these products that I used. And again, I don't make any money off of these. Like, this is just really what I use and what I love. So I encourage you all to go buy them because they're that amazing. So have a great day. Thanks again for watching.